Hello everyone, welcome back to Saddle Up Shooting. Today I'm going to be shooting the 6mm ARC and testing out a new bullet by request from some of you that are out there. It's the 90 grain ELD-X. Now I don't know how it's going to shoot. You're going to see it. We're going to test it with the chronograph. We're going to find out if it's a pig in a poke or if it's a gift horse that comes to you already saddled. So stick around, folks. Target set up at 100 yards. Let's get to shooting. Okay, I've got a pretty good deal of experience now with the 6mm ARC, having shot at least 9 different types of 223 caliber bullets through it. But I kind of feel like Hornady purpose-built this rifle, this cartridge, for the heavier, higher BC, longer type bullets. Just look at their factory offerings. 103 grain ELD-X, the 105 grain Bowtail hollow point black, and the 108 grain match. Those are the factory offerings. So if they kind of develop those loads, that's kind of what worked out well for this cartridge. But this 90 grain may be just the sweet spot that I'm looking for. It is an ELD-X bullet, which makes it a hunting bullet, not a frangible bullet. And let's see how it works. Okay, I've already fired 3 shots of the 105 grain Bowtail hollow point. You'll see that on the target when we review the target. I got the camera on down there. So here's the first 3 shots at a lower load with Leverevolution. Be the left-hand target, upper left. Okay, a little high. 28.53. Did that go in the same hole? Yes, it did. Okay. That was an average of 28.34. The sectional density, or standard deviation, of 18. Extreme spread, 36. Pretty good. Okay. Let's go reset up everything, shoot the next 3. Okay, here we go with the second string. I adjusted the scope a little bit. Now I'm using, on this first set of 3, I'm using Leverevolution powder. Now I've had problems with Leverevolution being a little bit of a spiky powder, so I'm a little bit cautious on it, and I will check my brass after every 3. Okay, so here we go with the next 3. It'll be the left-hand target, upper right. Okay. That last shot was 28.78. Okay, let's speed this process up and go to the next 3. Remember, I'll give you all the numbers at the end. Okay, that last 3 had a real good standard deviation of 9 and an average velocity of 28.82. So I'm about 50 feet short of where I want to be. Okay, so this will be the last 3 of Leverevolution. It'll be the left-hand target, lower right. Here we go. It appears to be an okay group. A little shaky this morning. The temperature out here is about 28 degrees and I am cold. Maybe you can see my breath. Not making excuses, but you know, ball powders are, and Leverevolution is not a temperature insensitive powder. So that might be affecting it a little bit. I don't know, but that's why we like to test. Okay, so let's move on to CFE-223. Gonna let the barrel cool, reset everything, and get going. Okay, Leverevolution showed a little promise. There was no pressure signs on my cases. That's good because I'm about a grain below listed max, and my speed was good. 29.35 average. I was only after 29.50. So it gives me some room to kind of fine-tune a little bit on my grain weight and see if I can tighten those groups up a little bit better. Okay, so now CFE-223, be the target on the right. Here comes the first three. It'll be the target on the right, upper left. Well, that looks to be a pretty good little group. And that was an average of 27.90, about the same as CFE on our first go around. So, okay, you know the drill. Reset up. Okay, that was the best group so far, but the worst standard deviation and extreme spread of 28 and 56. Can't explain that, but let's just go ahead and keep on shooting. So target on the right, upper right. Here we go. Yeah, looks to be a pretty good little group too. Cases are just fine. All right, last set of three. Okay, last three shots with CFE-223. So far, you know, the groups are not outstanding, 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch, but this is testing and I'm after the hard data, which is velocity, extreme spread, and you know, standard deviation. With those numbers, then I can kind of go back to the bench and then fine tune a little bit, maybe 2 to 3/10 of a grain of powder. I'm not going to mess with the seating depth because I always go by pretty much what the book recommends, and that ought to be good enough. I'm not a bench rush shooter, I'm a hunter, and you know, I'm not absolutely after absolute accuracy of and precision of being one hole, because when you're hunting, you don't take a bench with you. Okay, let's go the last three shots that I know of. I don't take a bench with me. All right, right hand target, lower right. Gonna relax a little bit and see if I can tighten this up. All right, that looks to be the best group of the day, and it generally is the last one. Okay, so let me put everything together, get back to the bench, analyze everything. We'll go over the numbers. Okay, let's take a look at these targets now. This is 90 grain ELD-X Leverevolution at 100 yards. These were my first three sighters here with Hornady Black factory loads of 105 grains and that's probably just a little over an inch. Okay, then up here we had 29.5 grains, an average of 28.34, an SD of 18, extreme spread of 36, 2-in-1 hole there. Then that opened up to about 3/4 of an inch. Then over here we got a little bit of a stringing here with 30 grains, but it was an average of 28.82, an SD of 9, extreme spread of 48. Now again, I went low on these loads. I'm below listed maximum in the Hornady manual. Okay, then the last one was 30.5, an average of 29.35, an SD of 5, extreme spread of 11, and I can live with that group. That's probably just a little, right at 3/4 of an inch. But the speed is what I was after. I was after about 29.50 with those 90 grains. All right, then let's move over to the CFE-223. 29.4 was my starting charge at 27.90, an SD of 29, extreme spread of 56, but a little over a half-inch group, but not an acceptable SD and extreme spread there. But, you know, cold day, ball powder, that can happen. Okay, then 29.7 only went up 3/10 of a grain. 28.13, SD came down to 6, extreme spread came down to 13, and that's 3/4 inch group right there as well. Okay, then the best for last seems that always happens. 30 grains of CFE-223, 28.48 average, standard deviation of 13, extreme spread of 24, and now it's just a little over a half an inch there. Okay. But I wanted to kind of show you this bonus. Remember, I talked about the type of bullets that Hornady loads in their factory loads of 103, 105, 108 grains. Well, here's the 80 grain Sierra, okay? That's 5 shots, folks. I did that off camera just in case, but to show you the difference, that's a half an inch group of 5 shots with an average speed of 30.61, an SD of 9, extreme spread of 18. I really like that. So it is potential that I can go lighter with hand loads on the 6mm arc, at least with the 90 grain blitzes, and that was, you know, that's very acceptable for my type of varmint shooting. Okay, folks. Well, I tell you what. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. But no matter what, God bless you all. All of you have a great day, and I'll see you next time at the range. Goodbye.